Hello, this is Trish from Tink Treasures. I'm a full-time reseller on eBay and I'm a Kari, and I'm going to do a video today about Carnival Glass. I enjoy doing videos on different types of glass. I also enjoy doing videos on what I sell, what I buy, where I get it from, auctions online, other resellers. So this one is going to be about Carnival Glass. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned and you might get some good information and some information on how to make some money. Be right back. Hi. Okay. Hey, thanks for coming back. Okay, let's get right into this. What is Carnival Glass? What is it? Well, Carnival Glass, it's a molded or pressed glass. It has an iridescent shimmer or shine to the surface. It shines. And the way that this iridescent shine shimmering surface happens is there's a metallic salt that is used put onto the glass when it's still hot, and then the last firing makes that iridescent get its sheen from the firing. It gets hot. So that's what basically how Carnival Glass is done. Now, why was Carnival Glass so appealing back in the day? Well, because it looked more expensive. It looked more expensive, more like blown iridescent glass that was made by Tiffany. So it was really, really appealing, especially to people that couldn't afford the Tiffany. Carnival Glass back in the day, also known as many other names in the past. It was Aurora Glass or Dope Glass, Rainbow Glass, or even Poor Man's Tiffany Glass. Those are some of the names. When the market started to slump, that was in about the 1920s, like I said, then the lower quality Carnival Glass was sold to the different fairs and carnivals, and they had given it away then to people that would win at the carnival games as prizes. And the companies thought that by doing this, the people that had won the prize at the carnival, by giving the winner this here gift, then they would go and purchase further items that would match the piece they won or something similar in that color or the pattern that they won. So that way, then the companies would make out after giving it away, well, selling it to the fairs and the carnivals, and then there would be prizes. So that's what they would do back then, hence the Carnival Glass. But actually, even before that, the first Carnival Glass was actually called Goofus Glass. Goofus Glass, what the heck is that now? Well, it was actually a very cheap form of Carnival Glass. The difference being it was manufactured fast, it was cheap. The way they made it was instead of firing it, they just painted. They took and painted the glass, and that was it. Well, after washing and time and that, they found that, of course, it was peeled off, but it was cheap, it was easy. So for that, the Goofus Glass was given as like a prize. If you would buy furniture for your living room or whatever, then you would get a piece of this Goofus Glass. And then if you bought gas, whatever you might get, you would get a piece of this Goofus Glass. So that's how Goofus Glass or Carnival Glass actually started. That was the very beginning of Carnival Glass. Some of the major producers of the Goofus Glass was the Indiana Glass Company, which I've talked about that before in other videos, and I will post a link up there that you can go watch after you're finished watching this of some of the other different glass information that I have done. And so the Indiana Glass Company, another one was the Dugan Diamond Company, D&D Company, and collectors referred to Goofus Glass as something more glamorous, sounding much better than Goofus Glass. And some of those terms are the Oriental Glass, if you ever heard of Oriental Glass, Egyptian art glass, Golden Oriental. Those are just some of them. There's others too, but the early slang for the Goofus was Mexican ware, Holligan, bridal glass, like I said, gypsy glass. Those are some of the other terms. So, and even at that time, Carnival Glass was used for the Goofus Glass. Somewhere along the way, however, its glorious glamour reputation became a little tarnished. So it became considered old-fashioned. And besides that, like I said, the paint, it had a tendency to flake off. And, you know, when you're washing and you're handling it all the time, that's what happened. There's one story that I read. This lady actually came and she remarked after seeing a piece of this Goofus glass that, oh, they were just trying to goof us or to fool us. Another way of saying goof us. So they were trying to fool us, making us think that this here was some really good Carnival, maybe Tiffany glass. So that's how basically the Goofus glass term came about. Now, in order to tell Carnival glass, it can be kind of difficult, but if you have a piece and you have to kind of find on the piece where this metallic salt was not applied, a lot of times it'll be down by the base. If you go look by the base and if you look it up and you have to look through the light or the sunlight or whatever the best light you can find, and if you look through that base and hold it up in the light in such a way, then you can actually see through that area. Now, of course, the most popular color of Carnival glass, what do you think? Marigold. Marigold, Carnival glass, marigold, that's like the orange and the yellow marigold. It would have a clear base, and it's the most highly recognizable piece. I'll show you a piece right here. That is marigold, and it is the recognizable Carnival color. The surface colors of the marigold mostly are they're bright orange, they're gold, turning perhaps to like a copper color with small areas, and you can see reflection almost looks like rainbow colors in there. And that's kind of like it looks almost like an oil slick, like if there was oil in there, then you know that's Carnival glass. Now, Marigold Carnival glass, because it's so popular and it's a lot of it out there, that is generally gets the lowest price in the collector's market, usually. There are some different variations, of course. Marigold, such as there's a moonstone. I'll show you a picture of that. A moonstone, that's a translucent white, like milk glass, and opaque white base. So these here pieces, they're good pieces. If you find these are ones that you really want to pick up. Those are good ones. Now, there's other base colors, of course, some of my favorites. I love purple. That's my favorite color. So, of course, there's amethyst and the reddish purple color, blue, green, red, and amber. I'll show you some of those. Look at these pieces. They are absolutely gorgeous. They are my favorite. These basic colors, they're enhanced, and they are outlined by a color combination of different patterns, like slag glass, which I did a video on slag glass. I'll post that up there for you. They have special treatments with the opalescence and the luminous, and actually some of them are so fine as like the Vaseline and the uranium glass, and I'll post some of those pictures up here too. Boy, when I used to collect glass, I used to have so much. I even had a lot of Carnival glass. I don't have it anymore. I've sold it, pretty much all of it. I'm too old to be collecting, so I just sold it. I really don't have anymore. Wish I did, but I don't, and I don't think I want to start collecting. I was thinking of collecting Pyrex again. I did a video on Pyrex, post that up there, but what am I going to do? I think I'd rather search it, find it, get the hunt, that big treasure. Once I get it, I'll enjoy it for a little while, but I'll resell it. It's just what I do. But you find that piece. If I found one now with the uranium, get my little black light, check it out, Carnival, oh, yeah, I'd probably keep that for a little while or a long while. Well, yeah, maybe till I die. So anyways, variety of 3 ways from the same mold, left as it is, fold inwards or outwards. So 3 different ways they could do just one mold. So it was pretty easy for them to make 3 different styles with one mold. Basic items that were actually produced were just your average basic bowls and vases and jugs and pitchers and tumblers. Now there was other things, dishes and so forth, but less often found items like things that were used for lighting, for lamps, and so also smoking, like ashtrays, and of course the sculptures and statues, those kinds of things. Those were done, but not as often as the everyday, including the bowls and the plates. And so the identification of Carnival is very frequently difficult to tell, only for the fact that many manufacturers didn't put their markers mark on it, their product at all. Some did for only part of the time that they produced the glass. Matching patterns, colors, those are the best way you could tell. The manufacturer's trade catalogs, look them up, look through those. Those will give you great information on, is this really the piece? I found this piece. Is it really Carnival Glass? Who made it? Is it Fenton? So I mentioned Fenton, of course. Fenton many times, and they made so many types of glassware, but Fenton in Westmoreland Glass, that's another one that I really do like. Now, there was Carnival Glass produced also large quantities, not only by Fenton, but Northwood, Imperial Glass. That's another big popular one, Imperial Glass. And, of course, Westmoreland, Millersburg. But those are a few of the companies. And like I said, it's hard to tell. They don't put their maker's mark on it, so... Carnival Glass, it's highly sought after. It's very collectible. A lot of people collect certain makers, certain patterns, certain colors, and because of the high collectability, it just depends on what it is. Prices can vary. Some are worth a little bit, and some are worth thousands. A lot. Now, this is probably one of the most common pieces there is the Fenton Acorn Bowl. The Fenton Autumn Acorn Bowl, and that is a beautiful piece. I'll show you the picture here. Now, if you can see, when you look at it one way, you see how it's one color. Then you look at it another way, and it looks like it's a different color. That's Carnival Glass. That's how Carnival Glass works. It has to do with the metallic salts and all the different things that go into it. Back when it first started, back in 1907, whatever, these first pieces, they were sold for less than $1, like 70 cents, 80 cents, whatever. Now, today's prices, of course, the same acorn bowl that was sold for 85 cents back in the day. It could fetch a pretty penny right now compared to that to, I don't know, maybe as much as up to $150. It depends on who wants it. Does it in their collection? Does it stand out for their color scheme? Whatever that they're looking for, it could fetch up to about 150 bucks. I'll take that. So if I find a piece, I'll enjoy it for a while, then I'll probably sell it. I'll probably sell it. What am I going to do with it? I got so much stuff now. So like I said, I've sold so much. Can't keep it forever. Might as well take the money and enjoy it, right? So that's it about Carnival Glass. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please let me know. Leave a comment down below. If you didn't like it, leave a comment down below. Let me know. That's okay. I need to know these things. I appreciate you being here. Hit the thumbs up on the way out the door. Subscribe. And I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.